all the way from Leicester via somewhere in North London and via every single tube in the London network. 7.5 hours. He could have crawled here quicker on his back. He's unbeaten. We like him. It's Lyon Woodstock. Yeah, that's right. Lyon, thanks for coming down. Thanks for joining us again. We're hoping to have Huz with you, but he's not with us.
Yeah,
he stayed at home. He's even worse at travelling than you. First, listen, it's been a decent year for you.
Yeah, it's been
happy.
right.
You happy with the way things are going? Is it 8-0 now? Four quick?
Yeah, no, 4 knockouts, yeah.
And you feel like you're getting a little bit of what we call man strength? Feel like you're getting a bit more different, proper power, or you still think there's a time to go?
I think I've always had proper power. I'm just getting stronger now because I'm getting older, coming into the weight a bit stronger, do you know what I mean?
And this is the weight. Is it going to be super feather? Is it going to be super feather for a year, then lightweight, or is it going to be lightweight? What are you thinking?
I struggle to hold super feather at the moment because like I'm naturally
big,
a lot bigger than most super featherweights. But I'll see how long I can hold it for. Do you know what I mean? So without forcing it, 'cause I don't want to be losing power and strength, and I just want to keep it nice. Do you know what I mean?
He can go up. I mean, he's Crawford style, isn't he? To be honest,
yeah.
Let's talk about him like he's not here. He can put on weight and still be
he's that sort of Crawford build, actually.
Yeah.
He's like slender, but he's big. And you can see his shoulders are big. Yeah, he's
like a swimmer. He's got shoulders like a swimmer.
You'll end up a welterweight or something, I reckon.
I mean, there's no chance. There's no way you don't get the 10 stone in a couple of years. How old are you now, Leon?
23. So at the moment, right now, I'm resting at about 10.5 stone. Probably
as you sit right now.
Yeah. But I've been chilling a bit, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
fighting again till next year, so. But I'm always pretty much training. I was training a couple of days ago, do you know what I mean?
So you're ticking over?
Yeah, because like when I come down here to like see my family and that, there's a couple of local gyms. They let me just go in there and train and do my own thing, do you know what I mean? So I'm never too far away from a gym.
And are you still enjoying things?
Yeah, man, everything's all right. I would have liked to have got probably one more fight in by the end of the year, but
What did you have this year? How many?
I only had 3.
Okay, so you could have a couple, really.
Yeah, last year I had like 5 or 6, I think. So,
I
was really active.
You could do it more. Listen, it's no one's fault. You could do it more than 3, though, couldn't you, Barry? When you're an 8 bout.
At this stage, you want to get the sort of like 10 fights in sort of 18 months if you can, to 2 years. I doubt that's the sort of target because they're small, shorter fights. But no, he's not far off getting a title fight. Let's be honest. You're right up there, ready to get some sort of title.
Some geezer with blonde hair.
I don't know who's that.
so what were you? How much did you weigh? What did you weigh?
When I got in the ring?
When you got in the ring. You know what I was going to say. How much did you weigh against
10-7.
10-7. Wow.
Yeah.
And look at that. Bow, look at that for 10-7. There's not an ounce there, is there?
No, he's big.
You don't look like one of those guys that when they gain that 7, 8, 9, 10 pounds, you look like you can see it. You don't look like you. That looks like you. Fighting weight.
Yeah, I've never been a big believer in forcing weights, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? I think it just gives you a lot of troubles, do you know what I mean? Where it comes to training, like, I'd say just focus on your training and get to your optimum weight and see what that is. This is the lowest weight I can physically get to and stay strong. I'm still fast, I can still hit hard, like, everything's still there, do you know what I'm saying? So I don't really believe in that forcing it sort of thing. This is the lowest I can get and it's healthy.
It's funny you say forcing it because talking about the actual fights, that was the heart of it. That was your last fight, wasn't it? And you didn't force that. Now, your fight before where you boxed really well, but you forced it.
Yeah.
You tried to. Didn't listen to your corner. That was the one thing I did notice. They were giving you some really good advice, but you just had, I want to get rid of this kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you could try too hard maybe, and that. But the heart of it is you listened a little bit and you took your time. And again, because you said force it, that was perfect. That's perfect word for what you did in that fight. You didn't force it, and you just because you're athletic, and I think you forcing the power in. It's just going to constrict the muscles and make the punches heavy with no snap.
Definitely.
Because you're athletic when you're loose and you are a brilliant boxer.
And you can enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
you can float a little bit. I mean, it's what Brendan Eagle used to say. Brendan Eagle used to say, go for a walk. Go for a walk. And you have a little walk. It worked.
But you've got a very similar style to Eubank Jr.
Okay.
But with more work ethic. I think you're a busier fighter, but the style, the way you throw your punches, which is a compliment, by the way. He's a world-class fighter. I think it's a very similar style and very good to watch, pleasing to watch as well. That's what I like.
Oh,
that's good.
I love it when Barry compliments fighters.
Doesn't happen very often.
It's true. That's not true. He likes lots of fighters, and every now and again he picks out one, and he'll pick them out because they've thrown one shot one shot in one round that he particularly liked. And I remember when we were up there, it was in Bolton or it was, and there's a couple of things that Leon did, and I could just see Barry getting excited. Anyway, don't go anywhere, Leon. Barry, just grab hold of him. Don't let him go anywhere. Show him something on your iPad for a second. Anyway, it is a packed schedule between here and Christmas. I think that our October, November and December have been arguably our busiest ever. I've not done the stats. I've not crunched the numbers, as they say. But I tell you what, it's nearly Christmas, but we ain't finished yet. Take a look at this lot.
El Destroyer, Andy Ruiz Jr. The fighting pride of Omaha, Nebraska, Vince Bud Raffin. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, USA, Sullivan. The KO King, Singh! The ship from another planet has landed. Here is Bernard, the alien Hopkins!
Pulling back with their hands down. Down goes Page once again. Better be out. Could almost steal it for a touch with jump, and he's down. And the referee stops it. Burchell, too powerful, too strong, too good on the night.
Oh yes, that's just a little taste of what we've got coming up. I think in the next couple of weeks we'll start to fill in the January and the February dates, and then at some point late January, early February, the BT Sport Box Nation deal will kick in, and that's when the big fights will happen. And I'm hearing all sorts of rumours. I can't say a single word about them. All I will tell you is that they're delicious, they're scrumptious, my friend. Don't look at me like that. I'm not going to tell you either. Barry, I'm your friend. I'm not going to give things away to you. These are like I can't say anything about these. Leon, when are you out next year? Do you know? Have you been given any dates?
I'll be finding out in a week or so, but I'm probably be like February time, to be fair.
And it's right what you say about not worrying about the weight, just doing where you are, just fighting where you're comfortable. Because I don't want to see you suddenly pushed into an even an area title fight. You don't need to unless you know where you are weight wise. It's pointless making you do it, Barry. It's pointless.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but I do think that Leon needs to get those rounds in. Whether the guys go the rounds, but to train for scheduled 8, scheduled 10, scheduled 12s. No, I think he's getting to that. He's not far off double figures now in fights, and that's when you start starting to build for minor titles heading towards major titles. I think he's there already.
So you'd like to see.
I put him in a 10-rounder tomorrow. I would.
Well, yeah, no, I would as well.
I would, and whether he goes, I don't think he'll go the distance. I wouldn't put him against a world beater because he doesn't need that yet. But I put him in a 10-rounder. And then I put him in some sort of an area title or a WBO Intercontinental or any organisation's Intercontinental title fight.
Good 10 rounds.
Move him like that, start getting him slow ratings, but still hold him back a little bit. You don't have to push him in.
No.
And then when he gets to 15 fights, then I'd look for a British title fight or something like that.
There's all sorts of stuff out there.
Just match your career out. That's 25%.
I agree with what you're saying, to be fair. There's no point like rushing things, you know what I mean? Because I find that's when a lot of fighters start to get unstuck. Like, rushing into titles, do you know what I mean? So it's like there's a time and a place. Like it's all about the timing.
And you know you've got time on your side because you're living well, things are good. You know all of the ups and downs, all of the brick walls, all of the dark alleys, all of the stuff that you've run into in the past. That's all behind you. So you're clear. You know where you're going.
Yeah.
You're focused here. You haven't got to get over 12 more hurdles to get there. You're on that straight road, that clean road.
Yeah, it's about staying on it now.
Yeah, you've got to stay on it. Yeah.
That's it.
That's a daily thing. I mean, it's a daily thing. No, it's the truth. You know what alcoholics say? He's not an alcoholic, by the way, but I'm just saying. You know what they say in AA? It's one day at a time. It's one day at a time. And when you
100%.
leave, whatever your dark place was, whether it was gambling, whether it was narcotics, whether it was alcohol, it's one day at a time, Barry.
The good thing for Leon now for you is that you're winning, so that's addictive for a start, winning in itself. But you're going to be in big bills now in a minute, massive bills, and you're going to see what you can have. And if that can inspire you, you're in the wrong spot. I think it will. And also, you're a showman. You like to entertain. Like, you've got a nastiness about you when you're in the ring. You're a nice kid to talk to, quite quiet. But you got a nasty streak.
You know what'd be really lovely today, right? I know we got Boy Jones outside shadowboxing out in the street. He's got a cap out on the street shadowboxing. He's made £7 already because that's what he does. He's an entertainer as well. Yeah. Now, if we'd have had Zelfa Barrett down as well and Anthony Yar, can you imagine what it'd be like? It'd be like a circus in here, wouldn't it? It wouldn't it? The four of them, all like they would have been doing circus acts. In fact, I'd like to see those four. Oh, Bal, what a nice idea. You on an undercard, Boy Jones on an undercard, Zelfa Barrett on an undercard, and Anthony Yard on an undercard. That's four lively fighters in good fights, man.
That would be good.
That's good, isn't it?
Four lively fighters on verge of going that next step.
All
up.
in the next.
Yeah.
All in the next 12 months or so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, 12 to 18 months.
I think, and it depends how far they want to go and how far your management and your pros want to push you. But I think, there's four talented kids there with a little bit of luck we all need, can go all the way.
Yeah.
They can go all the way, can't they?
Yeah, there you go.
I think they're a really happy little quartet there.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good young talent coming through now.
There is a lot of good young talent.
100%, especially in like British boxing. Do you know what I mean? Like I think the future looks good for British boxing.
Is there anyone you look at now and you think, I'd fight him now today?
Anyone in my weight division.
You just focus on yourself.
Yeah, literally anyone. Whoever they put in front of me, that's the only people I can fight. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I can say like, I'd like to fight this person, like to fight that person, but whether it would happen or not is not really down to me. Do you know what I'm saying? So whoever they put in front of me, that's who I've got to deal with, and that's what I focus on.
And he will rise to the occasion. He will, but that's why he can't have too hard a task at this point. Simply because I know that it'll be a fight that's too hard doesn't teach you teach you a thing.
But he does,
because it knackers you.
But he does need a test.
Yes.
100%. I agree. I've been saying it to my manager and that as well. Like I want more live opponents because like I don't know whether or not these people are like starting to cage up because they're feeling how hard I hit, which makes it a lot harder to knock someone out.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm looking to start fighting more live opponents because that's where a lot more of my knockouts are coming. Because how can you knock a stone out?
And those are your knockout good guys, and some of the trialists, some of the Eastern Europeans, some of the guys that have got 262 fights under their belts will survive. Listen, Leon, it's been a delight and a pleasure to look after you. If you do another 5 hours on the tube tonight, you actually get a special badge. Okay. All right, I'm going to get you one of those badges.
You still won't get a T-shirt.
Still won't get home. we lost a T-shirt. Leon Woodcock, everybody. Any cheering? Any screaming girls to say goodbye to him?
Woodcock.
That's what I hear. Top man, Leon. Barry, don't go anywhere. Leon, you're done. We're back. When we come back, we're going to have Lenny and Boy Jones and Barry on the sofa. And I'm going to put masks on them. Why not? It's my show. See you in a minute.